I'm pretty sure you're saying, when did this old cartoon show come out? Well, it's not a show. Or a cartoon. No, this is Cuphead, a game designed by MDHR Studios, the love child of 1920s cartoons and old arcade shooters like Contra and Metal Slug. I'll be honest, I've been waiting for so long and this game really delivered. Oh, how it delivered. I'm a fan of really hard games, and though this may not be the hardest thing I've played... Fuck you, F-Zero-GX. I can say that this game did give me a bit of a challenge, but it was all so worth it. I've always been a sucker for games with challenges because the taste of victory was a lot more sweet. This game is not an exception. I didn't struggle like most people did with this game. I got through it in around 10 hours of playing. I won't spoil anything, but I didn't quite think the final boss was the hardest like some people think. Oh, but that dragon... that dragon can go die several times over with his triple head fire-flinging bullshit. Anyway, some of those bosses will prove roadblocks to you, but it's okay. You keep pushing through it. So let's get back on track. Let's talk story. Albeit this game doesn't have much of one, but it's just enough. Cuphead and Mugman, two little porcelain ruffians, get into a heap of trouble gambling in the devil's casino. They lose their souls, but the devil gives them a chance to be free. Find all the other soul contracts and bring them to him. They set off on their adventure with the Elder Kettle's blessing and prepare to fight a silly and dangerous cast of characters. Similar to Contra, this game has you running and shooting, flipping, and dying a lot, but you also have sliding and parrying. The parrying system in this game allows for some very fun moments. Everything pink in this game is parryable. Well, most of it. I like to think some of it messes with you. I've tried to parry and still get hit sometimes. It can be very frustrating if not done right, but they have an ability to make all your jumps parries, so that fixes it for me. The art of this game is amazing. It was worth the wait with how careful and caring they were with the watercolor backgrounds and cel-shaded characters. It feels like how it should be, straight from the 1920s. The music is also something to be very appreciated. They actually had a full orchestra used to sound like an old 1920s jazz band. The game, of course, is not perfect, and has its fair share of mistakes. I have run into several bugs throughout my playthrough, and sometimes they can be really frustrating. Freezing screens, characters bugging out, landing on invisible platforms, you name it. It's happened a little too frequently, and sometimes it would actually prevent me from beating a boss. Or sometimes actually helping me beat a boss. In the case of the flower guy, he would just stand there and do nothing for like half of the battle. It's happened a little too frequently, like I said. But I don't mind difficulty when I make mistakes. But when a game makes a mistake, it can be very, very frustrating. This was fine though. This game was so entertaining that it had me coming back over and over again. Beating it on Expert took me over 600 deaths, and I didn't mind. A lot of people complained about the simple difficulty cutting content from each boss, but honestly, I didn't mind this because I didn't even touch the simple content. But when I did, it honestly wasn't that bad. I think it was actually a good learning curve when you're gonna go from simple to regular. With some bosses. Some of the bosses, their simple comparisons were a lot different from the regular counterparts. But yeah, I know. I'm just so good at video games that I didn't have to bother with simple mode. It should still provide excellent training, like I said, if you plan to raise the difficulty. A good memory of patterns is very useful in this game, and it very much helped me. So yeah, it was a very great experience. So good I expect DLC, though I'm sure we won't get any. If you want to see Game of the Year for 2017, definitely check out Cuphead.